Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining with me on another episode of Aura in the Clouds today. And thank you to everybody that gave me so much positive feedback on my little drawings. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit more difficult, something that a lot of us here didn't expect. As you all know, we are currently in a global pandemic of an unprecedented scale. Economies are collapsing, businesses are shutting down, and people are losing their jobs. One of the most hard hit sectors during this pandemic is the tourism and hospitality industries. Countries are on lockdown, borders are closed up, and people cannot travel. The airlines that used to connect people from destination to destination has lost its wings and come to a literal stop. Some airlines are going bankrupt and shutting down completely, while the others have to massively downsize just to survive. So, what does this mean to us here at Emirates Airlines? All throughout our careers here at Emirates, we always pictured it as this never ending, ever growing giant, always expanding to more and more destinations. Even during the economic crisis of 2008, the company proved to be resilient. Never did we think that this Emirates giant will be forced to come to a halt until now. Emirates, being an international only carrier with no domestic routes to fly to, is being hit hard with financial losses. All airlines coming from small countries that only have international travel are being hit worst of all. At least airlines from bigger countries have their domestic routes to rely on. So our unstoppable giant has been hit hard, and in a desperate attempt to keep the business running, they had to unfortunately let go of a lot of its employees. This is not something that's just limited to cabin crew or pilots. All through the company in all departments, whether it's catering or engineers or management, they had to make a lot of employees redundant and let go of people by the thousands. Emirates is a massive company, so yes, they had to let go of employees by the thousands. I cannot tell you for certain how many the number is because nobody knows for sure. I can't also give you the criteria of these layoffs. But what I can say is, while we do understand that the current situation with the airline industry isn't good, and while it didn't come as a total surprise when other airlines started announcing bankruptcy or redundancies one after the other, I think what shocked us the most was now it was happening in our own resilient giant Emirates Airlines. While we do understand that this is a very desperate measure that the company had to take to protect its business, what perhaps shocked us all was the way things happened because it hit us out of nowhere and took us all by surprise. This job means a lot to us for many different reasons. I came here because of my passion to travel the world, but soon this job became so much more and a way to support my family even. So it's really heartbreaking to see people that have spent time in this company, whether it's 1 year, 6 years, 10 years, or 20 years, being let go through no fault of their own. Unfortunately, we cannot challenge the decision. So when they say our time's up, we simply have to go. So people are asking me, what about your job? Is it secure? And my answer is, I really don't know. All around the world, economies are collapsing, businesses are shutting down, people are losing their jobs or having to take pay cuts. People simply won't have the resources to travel in the near future. In the next 2-3 years, traveling will be really limited. It will take a few years for airlines to recover back to the state that they were. As flights reduces, Airlines are now facing with excess of staff, so they're having to drastically downsize their companies just to keep the business afloat. And this is not something that's happening just in our airline, but this is happening with all airlines out there. We had a wave of redundancies here at Emirates now, but if the business doesn't pick up, chances are that there will be more waves of redundancies coming. I'm here for now, but in the next 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, who knows what'll happen. I always believed that my place was up in the sky, so if things come to the worst, I'll find a way to climb back up to the clouds again. So with that, today's heavy-hearted episode comes to an end. Thank you so much for joining in another episode of Aura in the Clouds. Please like, share and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll see you next time.